Refuting Memes Part 17.
Woohoo! It's time for the weekly ad hominem since the goddamn fallacy won't go away.
I've repeatedly criticized Andrew Tate in the past, so I shouldn't need to say this, but I will go ahead and say this anyway. Me attacking this argument is not a defense of Andrew Tate. Me attacking this argument is in fact an attack on this argument.
This meme says imagine letting a dude with this skull shape and jawline convince you that he is superior to you in any way. But long-time viewers of this channel should recognize that dismissing Andrew Tate's arguments because of his jawline is an ad hominem.
Dismissing Andrew Tate's arguments because they're inconsistent with reality is not an ad hominem.
Observing Andrew Tate's arguments stating based on the quality of his arguments that his arguments are bad is not an ad hominem. Nor is it an ad hominem to make a broad abstraction about his character and point out that he is the kind of person that makes bad arguments.
It would be an ad hominem if I said he is the kind of person that makes bad arguments, and therefore you can consider all of his arguments wrong. But merely observing the kind of person he is and the kind of arguments he makes and labeling him appropriately is an act of justice, not an ad hominem.
Back to the argument. It is entirely possible for Andrew Tate to be superior to many people in many ways despite having an inferior jawline.
For instance, if he were a morally righteous man that used and applied his reason consistently, he would be superior to many people. Of course, he is not and does not. But if he were morally superior, his jawline would not disqualify him from that claim.
Once again, for those unfamiliar with logical arguments, none of this should be construed as defending Tate or saying that he actually is a moral person or rational. This is merely a concrete example to point out the flaw in the argument being presented.
For bonus points, this argument, or rather the principle behind this argument, is based on another fallacy, that of the fallacy of composition. The fallacy of composition states that what's true of the part must be true of the whole.
This argument is actually saying part of Andrew Tate is inferior in one regard when compared with some other people. Therefore, all of Andrew Tate is inferior in every regard.
I genuinely hope I do not need to explain anymore for people to understand why this is a bad argument and does not hold up in reality.
Stay objective, my friends.